not so much about your past results, but what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the space. So, for example, like if I wanted to help people in something with digital marketing or something like that, or Facebook, I could say, hey, guess what? There's 2 billion monthly active users on Facebook right now. If you think your customers are not on there, you are crazy. I can show you, here's 150,000 people in your area that fit your criteria of male, 25 to 35, also interested in fitness, whatever it is. And you can do these little demos to showing people like, hey, I can get you in front of all these people. Like that would be like for a Facebook ads kind of pitch. You could do something like that. Like I would probably make like one pitch for like a certain area, and then I would just hit up a bunch of those target businesses. You do a little video, say, hey, I'm checking out some marketing right now. I see we have over 200,000 people that fit your criteria for a gym or whatever it is, and I want to send them to you or some other gym owner. Like if you want that to be you, respond. Let me know. Hit me up.
Can I borrow that for 1 sec?
Yeah, get in there.
Because Dave right now said, "Can I turn $1 into $5 or more with Facebook advertising?" I get a lot of the same questions, so I'm gonna whip out the whiteboard. Carlos, can we go ping real quick? $1. You want to turn that, let's say, into $5, which means essentially you have like a 5 times ROI or whatever ROA, whatever the hell you want to call it. Essentially, you can do this, but I think where a lot of people are misunderstanding is they think that they're going to drop in this $1 and tomorrow they're going to start making $5. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And we have a lot of people inside of DashClicks where they have clients and they drop in their clients and like, Jesus, I'm going to drop in $100 and tomorrow I'm going to have $1 million in my bank account and that's going to happen and then that's what DashClicks is all about. No, unfortunately, it's not. Because we are realistic people, right? So we need to set realistic expectations, guys. And I'm going to go through that with you really quick on this whiteboard Saturday tutorial. Okay? So if you want to turn $1 into $5, you need to have a strategy. Okay? You can't just drop in $1 and turn it into $5. It doesn't work like that, right? You need to figure out how valuable you can make this $1. Okay? And not only that, what you need to do is set a budget. So if your budget for yourself is 1,000 doll hairs per month, okay, what am I going to get out of that 1,000 doll hairs? What am I going to get out of it? They're all looking at me, Carlos. I said, damn it, Carlos, where are you? I need the GoPro. Guys, what am I going to do with 1,000 doll hairs? Does anybody know what I'm going to do? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. If you had $1,000 right now in your bank account, you're like, boom, I'm going to start putting it into some advertising. What am I going to do with 1K? I'll run some Facebook ads, right? That'd be nice. I'll take my money and I'll give it to Mark Zuckerberg, okay? But you need to have a strategy. And you know what, guys? It happens where a lot of the times you put in $1,000 and you make $0. It happens. Because all of you guys want instant results. You want instant gratification. You want to put in $1,000 today and get back $1 million tomorrow. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need to put $1,000 and then have an actual buy with a sequence, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all you guys are like, I want to make my money right here. Unfortunately, you can't make your money right there. It depends on what you're selling, right? Maybe if it's like e-commerce and you're selling t-shirts and stuff like that, maybe you can make money like that, but a lot of you guys are like, even if you're trying to sell like courses, a lot of people are selling courses, right? They're like, geez, I'm going to send somebody to my funnel, they're going to watch my video and pay me $9.97 for my course right now. Probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen on an opt-in funnel, a 2-step opt-in funnel. Unrealistic, right? You need to get them on an email list. Okay, set them value here, value here, value here, value here, value here, and maybe on one of these they might convert. They might become a conversion on one of these. But that doesn't mean that you're going to make that here. But what's going to happen is you spent 1,000 doll hairs and you gave that to Mark Zuckerberg, and now you have an email list because you're getting $3 opt-ins, and I don't know how much that is. What's 3 divided by 1,000? Somebody who's a mathematician here.
3.
Is it 33?
Wait.
Oh, come on!
It's a lot of
What
threes.
is 1,000 divided by 3? Drop it in the chat. You get a swag bag. Go. 333. Drewby, you're not getting anything because you already got like 10. Drewby, okay, Drewby said 333. Great, guys. I spent 1,000 doll hairs, okay, and I dropped 333 people into a sequence, and now I'm sending them emails, and I'm sending them chatbots, And then they're joining my Facebook group, and look at all this value that I'm building for one kit. And then really, what do I got to do? What do I got to do here, guys? How much am I selling my course for? How much am I selling my course for? $9.97. Right? So for all of you course guys, $9.97. How many courses do I need to sell to make my $1,000 back? Trick question. Who knows the answer? Drop it in the chat. One. I need one sale. But that one sale might not happen right away. But you're going to have 333 people on your list. And then you're going to have a remarketing campaign that you're going to run, and you're going to get $2 opt-ins. Because maybe not out of the 500 people that visited, 333 opted in, but 200 and something didn't, or 100 and something, I'm not a mathematician, they're going to be on your remarketing list. Right? And I'm showing you guys this because whether you're selling courses, or whether you're selling funnels, or whether you're selling free consultations, or whether you're selling e-commerce, or group funnels, or dash clicks, or whatever it is that you're selling, do not expect immediate results. Because that's the way that you drive yourself out of the business. Because people are launching ads, they're creating stuff, and then they run it for like 2 days, and they spent like 3 months creating all this content, and they press play and like, oh, I done spent $4 and I didn't get any leads, I'm shutting this off and I give up. That's it, I'm done. I am done. Guys, give it some time. Come up with a master plan, give it some time. I wanted to throw that in there and let some of my energy out. I'll let you continue, sir.
All right. And let me know what you guys learned from that one too, because like that's such an important concept, and not just paid advertising, but in social media stuff too. Where some of you guys, you might watch the stream today, you're gonna go and you're gonna work on a post, you're gonna post it up, and then nobody's gonna respond. You're not gonna get any clients. You're gonna say, man, that Arne guy's full of shit. You know,
one time and I'm done. I'm done after the one.
You're gonna try it one time. It's not gonna work, and you're gonna wonder like, what's wrong with it? Is it the post? Is it this? Is it that? Chances are you probably just haven't posted enough. You might not have the right connections. But consistency is what's going to get you guys across the finish line, okay? So if you're building an audience on social media, no one's going to pay attention to you for a while. That's totally okay. Like I had 4 failed Facebook groups before. I had the 5th one and blew that up to over 70K members. Crashed and burned, wasted my time. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I figured it out. I stuck with it. I committed. I showed up every day for my people, and you guys have to too. So I'm going to show you guys some of these other posts of some cool ways that you guys can make some money and get some clients. Let's see what else I got here. So we showed that one. All right. So I'll just give you guys a real quick recap. I just wanted to give you guys quick lessons on some of this. We don't have to go through this whole post, but what I did in this post was I talked about some of my longer term goals and my vision and how what I do really empowers leaders and helps them build community, all that stuff. So I want you guys to not only share what's cool about your personal life, what's going on in your business, but I want you guys to share your vision, because if you can get people to buy into your vision and remember that, they're never going to forget you. So make sure to always communicate that, at least once every couple of weeks. Go live, talk about your mission, talk about your vision, and your people will create an even deeper connection with what you have to say, where you're going, and they will want to support you in that vision. I got so much support off of this post, open up a whole new network, because right now I do Facebook groups for entrepreneurs. My program's called Groups for Profit, but I have a big goal to move a lot of my digital marketing experience and do that in the nonprofit space. So I let everybody know about that for the first time. They're like, that's awesome. You should totally do that. I got all these connections for you. I got this, I got that. And it just opened up the doors for me like crazy. So I want you guys to think about how you can share your vision. And it's just so cool how once you have a supportive network, they're going to go out of their way to make sure that they are helping you, because you've always been helping them. So once again, as always, value first and you'll be good to go. So there's another action step for some of you guys today. Share your vision. Let everybody know. All right, what else we got here?
Another one thing I want to say, going back to exactly what you just said, just to kind of piggyback off of that. I'm doing a lot of piggybacking today. But one thing that you can do is, one thing that I've been experiencing on my personal page is I'll go out sometimes and I'll post stuff about dash clicks. I'll post like, hey, come watch this webinar, we're doing a webinar, and I'll get like 30, 50 people commenting, and maybe like 50 or 100 likes, right? And then I'll post a cute little picture of me and my daughter, and I'll get like 300 likes, and like 50 shares, and like people are freaking tagging Barack Obama, and like, they're like, oh my God, right? So it's like, that's what I'm saying, like, get into the mindset of, a lot of people are scared to be emotional and actually show what they're like locking in their brain, and they don't want to say things sometimes. And we spoke about this yesterday too, because you're scared what other people might think of you, right? The best thing that you can do in life is not care what anybody else thinks about you and just post, because shit like this is Arne speaking from the heart, and he's talking about what's going on in his life. People are connecting to him, and what happens is when somebody connects to you, they start buying from you, and they start listening to you, and they start liking and engaging with you, just like most of you guys do with me. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Facebook. You see the posts that I post, right? It's not like random stupid shit like, hey, you want to do a free consultation with me tomorrow night at Shenanigans? No, it's not. It's like, hey, here's a picture of me and my daughter. I'm not selling you anything, right? But I have 300 eyeballs on me. The next post that I do about a webinar is going to get engagement, right? So when you're building up your social media pages, your groups, your personal pages, your business pages, whatever it is, put personality into it. Put a little personal touch. Don't do that. Like, there's so many people that they have even websites. They have a website. There's nowhere about them, who owns the company, what they do. It's just strictly like a website, right? Same thing with their business page, posting generic shit all day of a guy on a computer. And it's like, want to do a free consultation with me? No. Get up and put a video and say why you should do a free consultation with me, right? Get personal, guys. If you guys are feeling that in any way, can we drop a 391 in the chat right now? Thank you, Drewby. Appreciate it. Drewby said chat has the hottest content. Why, thank you, sir. 391, 391. Drewby said 391. Chris, William, Joey, Eric, Daniel, Dan, Angel. Let's go, people. Cool. You guys want to see some more? You want to show them some more?
They're awake.
Shaking you. We're shaking you. You want to see some more? Arne, you want to show them a little bit more, man?
Let's see some more, guys. So this is the type of post that will immediately separate you from a lot of the other people out there. So this is where you call out common mistakes, common errors, common malpractices in your industry. And so this happened. I saw somebody post up in a Facebook group and say, how do I grow a Facebook group? In one of the marketing groups I'm in. And I saw all of this terrible advice in the comments of just worst strategies people could possibly share. And I felt bad for that original poster and every single person reading that thinking it was good advice. So I had to come in there and set them straight, and I had to show a ton of value and show them how it's the real deal. So you guys can do this at any point in Facebook groups, right? So what you want to do is you want to find at least 5 groups in your industry that have at least 5,000 people in them. Have those in your sidebar, in your places you can go and visit. And what you want to do is, number 1, you can turn on notifications. Number 2, you can search in the group. Number 3, you can go in there and post your own valuable stuff. But how I did it with this one was I saw all of these bad suggestions, and I came in and I left this comment. I said, oh my God, this is all bad advice. Thanks for tagging me. Please don't buy fake members, hijack members by spamming your videos, or take over a page and rebrand everything. That was some of the advice to grow a group. It was terrible. So what I did instead was I gave them 2 options. Said, oh, here's the best way to grow a group with ads. Here's the best way to grow a group without ads.
Screenshot, people.
Yeah,
screenshot this shit now. Now.
Yes. So I literally wrote the how-to guide. I basically compressed my whole group growth cheat sheet PDF into a comment, and I just gave them all of that stuff. So why would I take the time to do all this? Number 1, I really didn't want people following that bad advice. Number 2, I wanted to look good and set them straight. So if you can go in and you can show off that you know what you're talking about, people are going to trust you a lot more. They're going to be like, oh, I wonder what that guy has going on. They're going to go click on my profile. They're going to, stumble into my webinar link in my profile, maybe buy my stuff. Who knows? But if I never did that, I wouldn't have showed up. And you guys can show up like that. It'll take you a couple minutes to engage in groups and get everything going. So let's see, what else did I say here? I even talked about engagement, and then at the end I said, this is what I used to grow my groups over 70,000 members. Good luck. And I at Arne myself.
Drop the mic. That's where you drop the mic right
That's
there.
where I dropped the mic.
Last sentence. The mic was dropped right there.
So that's another funny way you can make call to actions while staying within the group rules, is if you at yourself, you tag your own name at the end of a comment or at the end of the post, you're creating a backlink to your profile. And that's not really spammy, right? I don't think so, and I'm pretty tight on spam in my group. So if you tag your own name in a post, awesome. So I took this post, I added all that value, I showed people how to do all this stuff, but I made a clear gap right here. I said, all right, now who wants to learn where the money is at with this? If you want to see how I create a 6-figure income, not just randomly profits from my Facebook group, I put together a free training covering it, blah, blah, blah. I cover this, that, and the third. And so I just took that inspiration from me leaving that comment on that post, and I turned it into a post to generate leads for my webinar. And I'm going to give you guys another trick right now. What I did at first was I said, leave a comment. And I got a whole ton of comments piling up. And then after you go in and respond to everybody and get your comments and your links sent out, you can change it to just adding a link. So the more comments you get at first, the more reach your post will get entirely. I'm sure you guys have seen tons of posts like this, and it works very well. So later when you're all done responding to people, you're all done with that post, just swap it out for a link, and then people will run into it later, and you'll be good to go. So that worked out really well. People like that, and I got a good amount of leads and traffic from just that one post, and I showed up as an authority to all those other people seeing me in that group. So make sure you guys are showing up in other groups, showing off what you know, and really proving your expertise. Because if you don't, you're going to have issues, and people aren't going to trust you as much. So that's gonna be a challenge for you guys as well. So if this was helpful, let me know what you guys learned from this one. Let me know what you took away. Because I know we're talking a lot about different things that are theory, but also practice. So going into groups, showing stuff off in the comments, letting everybody know you're the real deal. But also these types of posts where you have to be strategic about how you're showing up, and being very consistent as well. So, anything to add to that one?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off of what I am going to say something, so I just want to ask a question. So a lot of these, these are application style stuff. These are stuff where you're getting people from just knowledge, pure knowledge, and you're getting them to work with you, right? What would be a good thing, and I know a lot of these guys have a very similar question, what's a good fee to charge for building a funnel or Facebook ads, or building the things that maybe chatbots and stuff like that? What's a good fee that you would charge to somebody who's maybe just starting out, picking up their first client or their first handful of clients? What's a good retainer fee that they should be charging?
I would say really go for no less than $1,000, and that's really just starting out.
Yeah.
The more you can get going, the more you'll start to figure out who can really who can see the most value in what you have to offer, and that should be going up consistently. If your rates have been stuck at the same place for even 3 months, you're not trying hard enough to find better clients. You might be in your comfort zone, you might be making a few grand, you might be at that 5 to 10K range where you're making more than you've ever made in a job, and you start sitting back. I don't want you guys to do that. I mean, hey, if you want to do that, if you just want to have a lifestyle business, make 5 to 10 grand, and sit pretty and chill, run some agency clients, awesome. But if you guys want to keep that going and beat that and hit that 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K plus mark, you're going to have to stay a little bit more dedicated and not get comfortable with that 5 to 10K mark. You're going to have to raise your rates, become more confident, and just keep kicking ass.
Yep. Guys, I'm going to do a little experiment here. Who wants me and Arne both together to run their ads for them and build a funnel for them? Who would like that? Can you drop a 300 in the chat? If you want both of us to solely dedicate us building ads for you, 300 in the chat. 300 in the chat. Good. Chris said yes. Philip said yes. Joey said yes. Eric said yes. Jeremy, yes. Jeremy, sign me up. Philip, sign me up. Chris said yes. Damien said yes. Who would like us? David said yes. To build your ads. We, both of us, will build your ads. Who wants that? Drop a 300 in the chat.
I'm getting some 300s,
dude. You're getting 300s over here, too? We're probably, yes, 300. Great. Now, we're going to charge you $5 grand a month to build those ads. Now, who wants to pay $5 grand a month to us? Can you drop a 400 in the chat below? If you would pay me and Arne to build your ads, build your funnels with all the knowledge we know. 400. Druby says yes. Chris says yes. 400. Philip says yes. Don't worry, we're not actually building ads here. Unless you want to, we can do a little side hustle.
Build an ad on the spot.
Guys, and the reason why most of you said yes to that and you didn't even double think it, you just dropped a 400, is because we're up here and we're the authority. We're showing you guys, we've provided the value to you, right? So that's the psychology that you need to think about when you're going out to your audience, right? Make them think in that mindset where you can give and you can charge more. You don't have to charge $1,000 a month. You should in the beginning, right? Start building up your pipeline, start building up your case studies and all that other crap that you guys want to build up, and then be the authority and charge whatever you want to charge.
Yep.
Right? So That's a little test that I had. I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if anybody would bite on that. Guys, for those of you who dropped the 400, should have spelled the DM after. I'm just kidding. We're not running ads for you. We don't have time. I know we got a bunch of other cool stuff. I also know you have your Google Doc open there, so we can go through anything.
So let's see what else we got. All right, let's see. We kicked it off with that one. So I'm gonna run you guys through a real quick experiment I did real quick. And so I was in my private student group for my course, and we do like a weekly group coaching session on something. And so my buddy AJ, he saw how I was setting up my pipeline tracking of how I get people into the top of the funnel, push them through, track it, keep tabs on everything. And what I did was I decided that I wanted to do a workshop on it. I hosted that in the student group, and then I had the workshop. I showed everybody how to set it up. I showed them some steps they could do. And then I was like, you know what, that was insanely valuable. If somebody has a service-based business or they're a coach and they use this, they're going to get a lot more clients if they actually pay attention and put it to use. So I decided to sell it. And I put the workshop together. I was like, all right, I'm going to sell it for 97 bucks. I'm going to get this going. And then I was just kind of sitting on my couch about to launch this funnel. And I was like, you know what, I really don't care enough to make this an actual product. I just want to see if people want it. I don't care. I'm not going to put it in a members area. I'm not going to charge 97 bucks for it. I did something interesting. So I put this post together, and basically what I did was I gave it a good headline. Said double your sales in 60 days. If you're a coach, consultant, service provider, what I'm going to tell you next will make you a lot of money. No exaggeration. Listen up. Not a bad headline, right? I'd be like, all right, well, let's at least hear what this post has to say. Biggest problem everyone says is they want more clients. There's two sides: getting more leads and better pipeline tracking. Step one is everybody's train of thought. Book more calls. Do this. Do this. Do that. Step two is the most neglected. So right here is where I'm getting somebody to feel that their mind was doing number one, but they should be doing number two. So this is where I was positioning where people are missing out. So you can use this style of post in a lot of things. You can talk about your industry. You can talk about what your prospects are doing and how they should be doing this other thing that conveniently you help them with. So step two is the most neglected piece. This is the advice you hate to hear but need to hear most if you want more clients. You don't need another distraction. You need to blah, 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 blah. So basically I just made the importance of the pipeline tracking, the follow-up, made that the shiny object again. So with all of this, I started sharing some of those results like I shared with you guys. 53 leads turned into 31 apps. This doesn't happen normally. Want to know how I did it with just a few of these posts. And then I said, all right, so I decided to host this workshop, and I put it in my course. I decided to sell it for 97. Worth thousands, honestly, if you use it. Then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to let people pay whatever they want to access it. Could be $1, could be 1,000, could be the original 97 suggested price. I don't care. I want you to watch and implement it and step your game up forever. So here's the dealio. I'm offering this on a pay-what-you-want basis. Here's how it works. And at first, the post said, leave a comment, and it said pipeline hacks. And so I had all these people commenting so I could boost the reach. And then later, I edited it to say, you click on this link, paypal.me/Arne Giske, you put any amount in there, you comment done, and then you email support at arnegiske.org with your receipt. I send you the workshop recording and action steps so you can double your sales in 60 days with the leads you're already getting. So that's also a pretty good promise, right? So anything you put out there, any kind of marketing material, you want to make a promise. So I made that promise at the top with the headline, and then I made that promise at the bottom again. And I just put together this, I Googled pipeline, and then I put a little text over it. That's as simple as it gets, right? It took me 12 seconds. So that was my pitch, that was my offer. And a little risk reversal, I say, if you don't find it valuable, I'll refund you whatever you sent me, no questions asked, but I know you will, so there's really no risk anyways. What do you say? You in? Let me know. And that ended up making me like $1,000 in sales, like within just a couple of days off of a lazy Facebook post. One post. And you guys can learn a few things from this. Number one, you can do a pay what you want offer. Number two, think of how I'm positioning the shiny objects again. Number three, think of how I'm just making a very simple post. Again, like I told you guys, simple post is a really great way to get some traction, get some stuff going. And I bet you guys can launch a workshop like this. Like if you wanna pay your rent next month, you can pay your rent with a pay what you want post and put out some great content to your audience. That sound good? If you guys are like seriously wanting to do a post like that, I want to hear from you guys below. Comment, pay what you want. and I expect you guys to be posting one of these within the next week. First one who does that, I'm going to go ahead and review your post and give you some feedback and help you guys make sure you're actually making some more money on that. So
people are going to jump out of this right now. They're going to start posting.
Yeah.
Pay what you want in the chat. Pay what you want in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Yep.
Go. We got also something special for you. I don't even know what it is. Arnie's got a Google Docs that we got open here that we haven't even showed you yet. Plus, I got some cool stuff that I'm going to give you after. I don't know what it is either, but I'm going to make it up as we go.
Yes, always.
So Dan says, pay what you want. Drewby says, pay what you want. Say what? Say what? Who wants to see what Arnie's got in his Google Docs?
Yes.
Who wants to see it? Drop a number. Any number you want.
What's your 225?
225. Drop it in the chat. 225, and we're not showing you.
They're quick.
I need to get at least 25 225s. 25 225s, and we're not showing you the goods. We're not going to show you the goods.
Good. All right, also, I want you guys to leave a comment. Let me know what you learned from this Pay What You Want post. Not just the fact that it's a Pay What You Want post, and that worked out pretty well, but what else did I do in this post to make this work, make this unique, and make this fill up my bank account a little bit? Let me know what your thoughts are, and I want you to share that below so we can make sure you guys are paying attention, not just jamming numbers in the chat, too. So we'll show you guys the next one. There we go. Drew's got all his 225s.
Drewby dropped in 25 225s. All right, winner.
Yes.
All right.
There we go.
Let's do it. Cool. Let's do it.
How many people did 97 for the Pay What You Want?
97.
Yeah. So the pricing on that one was funny. So we ended up one guy paid 1 cent. And I was like,
fucked up.
Really, dude, you're an asshole. And I gave it to him. I was like, yeah, pay what you want, you know. Most people paid between $10 and $25, and then I'd say probably like 5 people paid the actual 97. One guy paid $197, so that was cool. I was like, all right, I like you. You're on my list.
That's a segmented to the selling them in my inner circle list.
Yeah, and the guy who paid me 1 cent, I put him on a different list.
You got blocked. That's what you got. You got deleted off the email list.
Yeah, and on that one too, I made sure in the description of the video that I sent, in the attached workbook, I said, hey, we actually do workshops like this every single week in my private program. Here's where you can check that out, blah, blah, blah. So I was really just acquiring customers. I didn't care about the money that came in. I wanted people to come in and pay me and get a whole bunch of value, and then maybe they graduate. So that's what happened.
Carl's GoPro real quick. Hit the GoPro real quick. GoPro real quick. What's going on, everybody? Hands up. Spirit fingers. Spirit fingers in the office. Spirit fingers in the office. Guys, we're not in here talking to ourselves. Just wanted to show everybody so they don't think we're weird. There is other people in the office with us. All right, you want to do some cool stuff and show them? I don't know what's on that Google Doc.
All right. So cool stuff. First up, I want to hear from you guys. Do you have a Facebook group? Let me get the title of your Facebook group in the chat. Number one, I'm going to give you guys some feedback on your Facebook group names. And I'm going to take you through my whole Facebook group report template that I use to check out stuff with my private clients and see how the group's doing, give it a little health check, and give you guys the ability to do this on your own. Does that sound good? I can make sure to attach this group audit as one of the other bonuses for the stream. We got all kinds of stuff for you guys. So
I want to also, I'm just going to side my little piggyback again. I want you to audit our group because we just launched it yesterday.
Oh, should we do this
live?
Live
I am not a group person, Facebook group person. This is the first Facebook group that I launched. We did a pre-launch. I'll talk to you a little bit about the stats. We did a pre-launch where we just shot out an email. We said, hey, we're opening up our Marketers Mindset by Dashclicks group, which is our brand for our whole lives and all stuff that we do. Join if you want to join. I think we had like 300 people which joined. They sent their member request. We had the 3 things, the 3 questions. We got the group funnels thing going, and we're putting them into our intercom on an email list. So I want to actually, we're going to do this too. But we're also going to do, I want you to audit the Marketers Mindset group because I want real feedback. So these guys, we can go back and actually edit all this stuff tomorrow. Nice. And I know we have both of our moderators on here, which is Drewby and Chris. Shout out to Drewby and Chris, which are awesome moderators who have been helping and providing tons of value in the Marketers Mindset group. We already launched it yesterday, and there's tons and tons of feedback that we've been getting. So thank you both for your awesome work. But guys, listen, let's see what Arne has to say. And maybe we can make the group better, okay?
Let's do it. So if you want to pull up the group, I'll pop open the report template first and run you guys through real quick what I'm looking for, and then we are signed out. All right, we'll fix that one real quick. There we go. All right, so Groups for Profit, this is the name of my program, and that's what it's all about, making highly profitable groups that are fun, that people actually want to be a part of too, and doing it efficiently. So what I would do is, we have these little color codes, right? So we got green is good to go, yellow needs a little tweak, orange needs a lot of work, and red is something's just missing your light. Totally bad. So what I'll do is I'll run through each of these steps, and I can probably do this in 10 to 15 minutes per person, depending on what their group has going on, and just give some feedback. So you want to pull up the group?
Let's do it.
We'll run through it.
Carlos, can we take that screen and put it on your screen so we can log in real quick? Let's drop it over. I don't want you people hacking me. Dirty people. All you hackers and spammers out there. I see you. Carlos. Is anybody going to Funnel Hacking Live? Drop a Funnel Hacking Live. FHL, if you're going to Funnel Hacking Live, me and Arne are both going to be there. I think, are you coming? Daxy's going to be there. Gil's going to be there. Oh my God. We're all going to FHL. Who's going?
Let's do it.
You got it?
No, I don't have the site for it.
Carlos, what's going on here? Carlos, can everybody say WTF Carlos in the chat? Right now, WTF Carlos in the chat. Chris says WTF Carlos. Joey says WTF. Dane said, come on, Carlos.
You can make it like half size and then just do 2 windows.
Boom.
You might be able to turn off the TV on the short one.
Alright, fine.
It doesn't affect anything.
Dirty people. Actually, just go full screen. What am I saying? What am I saying? Just go full screen. Just go full screen, Carlos. Don't get P and P. Just go full screen. All right, hold on, guys. I'm logging into Facebook. That's fine.
All right.
Oh, okay. Cool. Great. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm going to log into Facebook. We didn't do it before because we didn't want all the messages and stuff happening while, boom! Alright, you ready for it?
Let's do it.
Hold on 1 second. Carlito. Alright, let's go.
So
Let's go.
This is the group that launched yesterday.
This is the group that launched literally yesterday.
Love it.
So, on the 15th, right? I think we launched, right? Yeah, yesterday. Okay, good. So, I want you to honestly, give me your honest opinion and rip it up because I want to make it better.
Let's do
If
it.
there's nothing to talk about, then I know I did a good job. But yes, rip it up. Tell me what you can do. Drew B.
All right.
Chris,
So,
listen up. Make notes.
All of you guys that are watching this too, like, pay attention because what I'm going to tell you guys is, honestly, it's going to be applicable to all of you guys. And hear why I have good feedback and bad feedback.
You'll learn from both of them. So we start out with the group name and the link. So we have Marketers Mindset by Dash Clicks.
Cool. So one thing I see a lot of people doing, which we did right this time, but a lot of people do backwards, is putting the brand name in the front. So if they said Dash Clicks, Marketers Mindset, something like that, people don't know who that is yet. And no, it's not Tony Robbins, it's not Russell Brunson. You can't have your name or your brand name in the front of the group name. So what I like about it is very simple. Marketers Mindset. So this is going to appeal to marketers. What I would do is I would add another level of qualifier in there somewhere. So it could be something like what's something that your ideal people identify with?
Marketing, getting clients, social media marketing, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're all agency owners, so maybe something that relates to agency owners.
Yeah. So I would definitely put agency somewhere in there.
Maybe agency owners, marketers, something, I don't know. But I know what you're saying. So to drop in, what does that do when you drop that in? I know obviously it's perception of them seeing the name of the group and relating to it, but does it also do anything like in the related searches and stuff like that? Or related groups?
So what happens, how groups grow like crazy the most is when people immediately identify with the group name. That's why when things are like somebody's brand name or somebody's name in the front, they don't like recognize it immediately unless they do. The group name is more for generating leads than it is about having the brand awareness of that in there. So it's totally fine having it at the end, but having it more targeted up front. The first 3 words is the most important. So if it's too general, like right now, I would never start a general entrepreneurship networking group, not even a general marketing group right now. There's a million of them out there, and it's hard to differentiate. So you gotta add those extra, it's just like SEO. You gotta add those not super long-term, long-tail keywords, but a few more in there so people know exactly that they're in the right place. And this might be a little bit too broad right now. Marketer's mindset. So we gotta think of.
Yeah, we had a couple things in here. Like Darcy said, marketer's mindset for agency owners
Yep.
by DashClicks. Philip said, marketer's mindset agency owners by DashClicks. Druby said, marketer's mindset for agency owners. Jeez, you didn't even include the DashClicks. Druby, you're the moderator.
Or like build a marketing agency by DashClicks, something like that, where it's like a promise. Like another really good example of this one is become a social media manager with Rachel Peterson. She has the promise of the thing and her name in there as well, and it works really well. Her group is like 18K or something like that.
I like that.
So that's a really good one as well.
So that is the first step there, the name. So what do you guys think? What's the rating you guys want to give it? Is it green? Is it yellow? Is it orange or a red? Let me know in the chat.
Drop in the chat. Drop in the chat. What we have right now. Druby said yellow. We can do better.
Yep.
Who else? Drop it. Yellow, Chris said. Orange, Philip said. Jeez, we're getting ripped up. All right. This is perfect. We're getting perfect. Dan said yellow. I think he meant yellow.
So
You asked
let's
for it.
see. Where we got the member count right now?
Right,
369.
We
So-
just launched yesterday.
Yes.
Come on, give us a little bit of props.
Awesome for launching yesterday. But this is where it just gets interesting, So most people, they don't get to launch and have 360 people in the group the first day. That's totally fine. What I want you guys to think of is I have this other rule in my program. You cannot complain about engagement until you have at least 300 members. So if you have over 300 members and still nobody's engaging, your content probably sucks. If you have under 300 members, it's literally just a small group. You don't have to worry too much about engagement yet. Worry about your growth instead. So if you have, between 0 and 300, just keep focusing on the growth. Put out content, get stuff going, but that's going to be the hardest number of members to get in. It's like your first 300. So you're already over that initial hump. The next hump is the 300 to 1,000 range.
That's
now
what we
this
gotta
is
get
where the voice starts to form. You get in a better habit of creating content, understanding what your audience responds to best, but you still have to hustle a lot here. This is where you are still the primary driver of traffic to your Facebook group. So you have to use all those growth strategies you can. You have to put in that extra legwork, and then something magical happens at that 1K member mark. Facebook starts sending you a bunch of new people. If your group name is on point, if you have engagement, you start showing up higher in search and suggestion. You have all these people who have mutual friends in the group, and they get the FOMO, and then they want to join, and then it starts to snowball like crazy. So always keep that in mind. Don't worry about engagement until you're past 300, and keep hustling on all your growth channels until you hit 1,000, and then it will start taking off on its own. That's where it gets really fun and really profitable.
I got a question for you. If I get to, let's say, 1,000 people in the group, let's say 2 weeks go by and boom, we hit 1,000 members. What can I expect on average? Maybe, I know it's a hard number to gauge, but
Yeah.
what kind of group, what kind of amount of new member requests can we, what happened when you hit 1,000? How many new member requests did you start getting on a daily basis?
It started going up a bunch more. So
Okay.
when I first hit 1,000, it wasn't like an immediate switch, but that's when I really realized, okay, I'm onto something here.
How long did it even take to get to the 1,000 also?
Too long. So So millennial entrepreneur community, now over 70K. It took me 6 months to get from 0 to 1K.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys who think you're going to drop in $1 and get $5 back today,
Yep.
it's not going to happen. Work at it.
Yep.
Good. I'm happy I asked that question. Because
Yeah.
people need to have real expectations in their mind.
Mhm.
Good.
But
Okay.
the cool thing is, guys, with everything that I've learned in practice with all of these, 1,500 plus customers, I tell people that it should take them no longer than 30 to 90 days to get to your first 1K members. I wish I could hit that time machine button and go back and do all the stuff that I know now, but you guys can do that. So that's why you're here. That's why you're paying attention. Put it to use. So, all right, let's see. Member count, we'll give them a green, good to go for now. But if this was 2 months into it, I'd be like, all right, you can do better than
24
that.
hours. 369. Can I get a 369 in the chat below?
Yeah.
We passed one test. 369 in the chat below. Let's go.
There we go. Cool. So cover photo. Let's see what we got.
Don't even say anything about me. I'm right here. I look that good. I'm just kidding.
All
Hit
right.
me. Hit me.
So you are almost on point. Almost. So
All
close.
right.
So
That's,
close.
you're just saying that in a nice way because I'm standing right next to you. What do we got to change, Arnie?
So
what can we do?
What I want in your cover photos, guys, is number 1, picture. Nice. Number 2, a promise. What's the promise? What are they there for? Number 3, what I like about this, which most people don't have, I don't even think I have much of, is what to expect in the group. So that's cool because they click on it and they're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But what we're missing here is a link. Where do they go?
Dash clicks. Dash clicks. Dashclicks.com.
Dash clicks where?
Boom! Nah, I'm just kidding.
Boom.
But yes, I agree with you. See?
Yeah.
Good. So we definitely do need to add that.
So
Then we can add that like here.
what you could do there is I would do like a little pitch right there where you could say something like you know, start your account or like get the 7 agency hacks here, and then
Like
you
that.
could have that pointing to there, and then instead of having that there, it could just say dashclicks.com.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
And I designed this myself, people.
Nice.
And I'm not even a graphics person. Just to show you. You can do anything you want.
Alright guys, so I'd say that's another yellow on the cover photo. We are good to go there. Let's see what we got for like pin post, description. What's happening up in here?
We got our pin posters right here. The announcement? Or no. Oh, I see.
Alright, group is for purpose of bringing digital marketing industry professionals together, sharing ideas, crafted by Chad, also agency owner, scaling marketing agencies to over 7 figures, sharing strategies, resources. This group is for, please do this, please don't do that. Nice. Alright, so you get an A+ on the group description. Most people don't.
Can I get an A+ in the chat, people? Drop it in the chat. Let's go.
Alright, so why do you guys think I'm giving an A+ right now? I took one quick look through and I checked all my boxes. Let's break it down. You could be the example group description now.
Let's do it.
Star student. So first up, it shows, okay, who is this for? Who is this created by? You. CEO, Dashclicks, free platform, does this. So you're already preframing them to the thing that you have. Number 3, where most people mess it up, is they don't share any kind of results or credibility. Because if it just had everything else but that, you would blend in with everybody else who has a marketing group for networking and entrepreneurs and agencies, but it's all the same shit, you know? So when you're flexing your stats right there,
What's it
people
say
are
right
like,
there?
oh, it's over 7 figures in annual revenue.
You heard it from Arnie.
Yeah. So when people are not seeing stuff like that, like I've consulted with some of the top people also running 7-figure agencies on their groups, and I come in and you know what they have? This section. Do this, do that, here's what to expect, we got cool live streams, we got this. And I'm like, dude, how many millions a year do you make? Like, why are you not telling people that? How many clients do you have? How many people have you helped out? And they're like, oh yeah, I should probably share that, huh? So always look at that one. Oh hey, picture in picture.
That awkward moment where you're watching yourself.
All over the place. Cool. So what we also have here is, you know, what to expect, but we also have a call to action to the next thing. So this is where we're going to drag them into somewhere else and get your Dashclicks account. So bit.ly/Dashclicks if you have not gotten it.
Yes.
All right. So good to go on the description there, and let's see how different the pin post is from this.
I think it's the same thing. I think it's literally a duplicate, but with a video of some sexy ass guy.
All right. Cool. Same one.
Pretty. I think it's
Is that
similar.
a green screen?
Which one?
The video?
No, that's right here.
Oh, okay.
You're sitting there.
Like, no, the outline of your body looks weird.
Oh.
Yep, same one. Awesome. So you guys can do the same one here. So is your page is linked to the group?
The page is linked to the group, yeah, which is right
Gotcha.
at the group by.
Okay. So most of the time, I don't recommend people do that. What happens a lot of times is the organic growth can get stunted. So this is where, like, if any of you guys remember a couple years ago, Instagram only had one type of page. It was not business page. It was all personal. So
Yep.
all business pages were personal pages.
And then they started rolling out all of these shiny features and analytics and all this different stuff, and saying, hey, if you have a business, let us know. Hey, if you have a business, let us know. Hey, if you have a business, let us know. You can start to get all these shiny features and numbers and stats and all this cool stuff. So a lot of businesses were like, yeah, I'm a business. I want those shiny features. And guess what happens? Their reach got dropped. They said, oh, you're a business? Cool, pay us. They immediately set it out and got ransom from everybody who went on Instagram and identified as having a business. So my prediction when they first allowed the opportunity to link pages and groups was that they would do the same exact thing. Facebook's goal is to sell more ads. That's what they want to do. So if you're making some money off the platform, they want to make some money off of you. So as soon as you link your group, you're identifying Facebook that you're probably making some money off of this group somehow. So we saw across the board a lot of people were having issues with group growth, with engagement after linking a page, and it just kind of hurt their ability. Also, Facebook has been experimenting for the last year or so for the ability to run ads in groups. I saw another little thing out there. Somebody had an option to place an ad in a Facebook group, and it pops up every now and then. It's not widespread adopted yet, but I think as that really rolls out, they're going to make it a lot more pay to play, just like how business pages were a few years ago. Tank the reach, all that. So that is your warning. And
So should I put a personal page there instead? Like my personal page, or should I just leave nothing?
Yeah, just nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know it'll still show up as you, as the admins and everything like that. You know, some groups do it and they're fine with it. And then it's funny, I've seen people really defend it. They're like, oh, this has no impact on your reach or your growth. And they haven't grown their group like that much. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm hearing otherwise. So be careful of that one. All right, let's see what else we got. Pin post and description, you can keep those the same. Awesome. All right, tell me about your recurring content. Well, you got one day of group.
Yeah,
so
let's go to it really quick. Let's see what we did, because I know we did some posts yesterday.
Yeah,
so we
right.
can see what we did, so I can show you. Let's go to discussion. All right, so I know I did a couple yesterday, so this is just our welcome message. This is some guys going live right now. I don't know what the hell they're doing on our page. This was Chris, went live in the group yesterday, introducing himself as the moderator. This was Aaron, who shared a post, or it looks like a video. Wow, so I didn't even see this. Got a couple DMs yesterday about my comment on automation process for CRM. He actually shot a whole video. Thank you, Aaron. That's amazing. Drewby. This was me yesterday. Starting digital agency is so hot right now. Just good quality, I think, content. Got some engagement, likes, comments. So, I mean, 24 hours, not a lot to see, but I think we got pretty good engagement. You tell me. I mean,
yeah, good engagement.
I know we had a comment, some stuff. So there's some stuff happening in here for sure. Some little golden nuggets are happening in here. Like a lot of this stuff I haven't even seen, to be honest, which is great. People are adding, and I guess that's the point of groups.
Yeah.
Right? People are going in, they're adding in content. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So people are engaging. I think so.
Cool.
I would say I got an A+ for that, but I don't know. I'm not.
All right.
I'm not the teacher.
So over the next few, it kind of encapsulates more of the all the stuff going on in the group. So like recurring content is something where you can create it once and use it again. So there's a few different types here. There's the traditional theme days, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. They work, but when it's like super boring and the same as every other Facebook group, it's share your goals Monday. It's like boring.
Yeah,
you know?
I think I know one of the theme things like that we have is our marketer's mindset that we do from 2 to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
But that's this, so I don't know if that's boring.
No,
Maybe
that's
not.
good.
No, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, so interviews is definitely up there too. Doing those at least weekly is going to be a really solid content strategy, especially for those of you guys who aren't super good at written content. You feel like it takes too long to produce or whatever. Just press go live. It's super easy, zero production value needed. Hold up your phone like you said earlier, and you can get stuff going. You don't have to edit, you don't have to produce, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just got to show up and share what you know.
Just a quick question for you. I want to know. I know we hired a video guy, full-time video guy. He's going to be starting on February 26th. So his goal is to produce tons of video content to push on our group, on our Facebook page, in the Dashclicks University. So what would you say that we can do with video content? Should we just be posting it in the group every day?
Yeah. So here's a really cool strategy you can use for that. So First up in your 3 welcome questions, you gotta answer the email, of course.
Got it, yep.
But you want to do customer research questions as well. So you have 3 questions. You can have 2 of them be, hey, what's your biggest question about starting an agency? Hey, what's
That's what we got.
Yeah.
Raise the roof. I think our first question is, how did you find us? Second question is, what do you want to learn more about being an agency owner?
Yep.
And third question is the email.
There you go.
Can I get a green? Can I get a green on that one? Can we get a green? Can we get a green on that one? Drop green in the chat if we won on that one.
There you go. So on that, what you have is a very simple version of, simple and dumbed down version of an ask survey. You guys are marketers. You should know what that is. If you don't, you're not a marketer. So look it up. Ask surveys. Start doing some customer research, and you're going to find all of this gold. So one of the coolest ways to create content from your group is just looking at that ask survey, taking a list of all of those questions, all those thoughts, all those pain points people have, and flip them upside down. So let me know, guys, in the comments. Let's do this real time. What's your #1 biggest question about growing an agency? Leave a comment, and I'll show you how to flip that upside down and use it as a headline. So drop a comment. We'll check it out. What are some of the common ones you hear?
That I hear?
Yeah.
What did you say? The hardest part about growing an agency?
Yeah. What's your biggest question about growing an agency?
I can't get clients. That's like I think the #1 thing that we get support tickets for.
Josh, what's up?
I can't get any clients. What do I do? How do I just get my first client so I can start getting paid?
How do I get my first client? So if that's the top question, all you have to do is flip it upside down and make it a statement, make it a headline. So you could say something like, how to get your first client without, risking your reputation. How to get your first client even if you have no results. You haven't seen all this in the webinar titles and the opt-ins and all that kind of stuff. So just like flip it upside down and it'll be easy. You can also take all that customer research and turn it into a bunch of different headlines. And then what you do from there is you have this gigantic list of headlines. Like I paid somebody the other day, my content manager, AJ, to look through all of that customer research and create me a list of 100 headlines. I say, hey, I'll pay you $100 if you make me 100 headlines. He was like, sure, let's do it. So he went through my list, he made 100 headlines, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a targeted video series around those big questions. So like if I was just sitting there and I was uninspired, I wouldn't know what content to create, right? But if somebody says, hey Arne, what's the best way to grow a Facebook group? I'll be like, oh, I got some, I'll tell you how right now. So when you are not inspired to create content, just go back to that list of all your headlines, check it out, and you will create something on the spot, as long as you know what you're talking about. So use that research, use that as content planning, have that core set of content, and you can recycle that as well. So if you have, a month, 2 month, 3 month worth of content that you create, you can repost it, you can bring that back up, reshare it, and your production time will go way down because you make it once and use it again.
Druby, Chris, this man is dropping golden bombs. So let's pick that up. We can do that. We start doing that in the group. Druby said it's fire. Chris said, I did that yesterday. So Chris's title, he actually did this one yesterday. He said, I used one yesterday, how to focus, because so many people don't have time management. Yep. So I think we did one of those where we did that, if we want to use a quick example.
Yo, Arne. Josh says hi.
What's up, Josh? Where you at, man?
He just asked, where you guys at?
Nice.
So he put one up in here that says, let's discuss. It's easy to get distracted and pulled in multiple directions when building an agency. How do each of you focus? This is more of like a question to start getting engagement. But I think what you were referring to is how to actually come up with like solutions to their problems.
Yep.
Right? So I think Druby and Chris, I think a good thing that we can do is start surveying people, get a list of questions, and we'll start creating content, come with some badass headlines. So that's awesome.
Totally. Yeah, so just look at all your stuff in your group funnels list there. You got that all collected. And just pretty much have people ask you those questions. Turn on the video.
Beautiful. All right, I'm going to do it.
That easy.
I'm going to do it. Let's keep going down the checklist.
Let's dive a little bit deeper. So some of the easy engagement things. So here's a funny thing. So sometimes, I'll make some kind of a post that's not relevant to my business, not relevant to a whole bunch of stuff, but it'll get some crazy engagement. Hey, drop a comment telling me what your city you're in. That's not relevant to anything, but it gets people engaged. What happens is that'll boost you up in the algorithm and make it easier for your post to reach more people the next time you post something that is related. So easy engagement is good, but I don't want you guys to just post stuff to get people to respond all the time. There's no heart and soul in that. There's no value in that. So you have to have that as less than 10% of your content strategy is these, easy engagement questions, these, stuff to get people to speak up, and really try and put some thought behind it too. So do more of that. That'll help out.
Also, events. So how are you guys using the events feature right now?
So right now, this is pretty much what we did. So if you go over here and you go to events, so because obviously we opened yesterday, we had event, which is this one right now, and then we had the one which was yesterday with Ryan.
Nice.
So I don't know where it is. Whatever. I'll just get back to. Maybe.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's how we're doing events. So if you click on this, you'll see kind of what it is.
Yep.
I created this, where to get it. It's actually happening now for those of you guys who are on it. You probably know already. And then we just leave the information, where to go and register and stuff like that.
There you go. So yeah, events is really good because it not only helps you create a new kind of like signal that you're doing something, whether it's an interview, a workshop, a live stream, something in person, whatever, a deadline, but it also uses Facebook's built-in notifications. So if somebody says they're interested or somebody says going, you guys probably got a notification. I know I did like an hour before that says, hey, a reminder, there's this event coming up in an hour. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably like
I forgot,
leave
I gotta be there.
I should probably leave my Airbnb right now. You know, and go out there. So that is what happens in getting people to show up for all of your online events or in person, whatever it is. Use the events feature, so you're good to go there. Let's get another green for the events. Backlinks. So this is where group growth gets interesting, especially in that 0 to 1,000 member stage, guys, is the backlinks. You have this whole spider web of your online presence, whether you know it or not, and the more places you can point back to your group, the more everything will start to snowball and bring you up faster. So here's an exercise for you guys on this one, is list out every single place online that you have traffic, a social profile, attention, eyeballs, shout outs,
YouTube
media
videos.
features, wherever. Write down that whole list and then think how you can say like a one-line statement that makes people want to click through to your group. Your group name is the lead magnet, so you can say, you know, are you an agency owner that wants to get more clients? Check out this group by DashClicks, you know, and then link it. And then the more of these you have out there, the more people will start trickling in from these different places online. Because growing a group is a lot like filling up a swimming pool. You gotta have more hoses in there to speed it up. And so think about those other social channels you have. Think about linking it on your thank you pages for your opt-in, your email sequences, your chat bots, all these different places, and you'll be good to go there. So I can't see, you know, where all you have. I have all the backlinks on here.
We don't have any yet, so that's actually a big one for us. So I know we have tons of YouTube videos that we loaded. My first thought when you said that is to go to all the YouTube videos, go to all the Vimeo videos, start plugging that in, go to all of our blogs that we have posted, start plugging them in. We're actually going to reformat the UI in DashClicks itself. So I know we're swapping out University, and we're swapping out actually the whole menu. We're going to create a whole education center in here, and that's going to be one of these sub-menu links. We're going to say Facebook group, and that's going to bring them over. So we're going to bring them everywhere.
There you go. So when you're gonna have that everywhere, and also hook people in, especially like if it's a hook for they need this if they want to access the thing, you know. So like when like some of the funnels I run, it'll sit, like have an email opt-in, and then on the thank you page, it'll say, you know, click here to get the thing, and then they click it, and it's a chat bot. So now I have them on email, I have them on retargeting, I have them on a chat bot, and guess what the chat bot says? Go to the Facebook group. So I got 4 channels all in one. And now they're super high tech, and I can reach them anywhere. So that's a really good one as well. So that's a funnel tip for you. So backlinks, got to get those going. Target market. Let's check out how you talk about your target market.
There we go.
Uno más.
Just click it.
There we go. Cool. So with the pin post being the same as the main announcement, so we have agency owners. Group is perfect for people with an agency, hopes of starting, people currently in the marketing world, all like-minded individuals. Awesome. So that is some pretty good qualifiers. And any more, like, would you add anything else to that, or you think that's pretty well?
I think for us, that maybe freelancers also we could probably add in there, but for us, it's all about people who are starting an agency, in an agency, wanting to start an agency. That's what DashClicks is all about.
Awesome.
So that's pretty much the people that we're targeting.
Cool. Good to go. So in your pin posts, all that stuff, make sure your target market is clear. In your content consistently, make sure your target market is clear. And the more dialed in your group name can get, that's your first filter for attracting quality members. So if all it said was mindset by DashClicks, you'd get all kinds of weirdos that want to learn about mindset. It wouldn't be just agency people.
marketer's mindset, you'll get all kinds of marketers. Now, if we say agency owners or build your agency, you're going to get people who want to build an agency.
There was one there that I liked. I'm gonna have to go back to that and find it. That was something like agency owners.
Yeah. So like
marketers mindset or something.
the more people know whether they're in the right place or the wrong place, the more they'll show up and engage. If things are too general, they don't show up as much. And honestly, I've hit that problem with my group. Since my group is more general, it's a millennial entrepreneur. It's not millennial drop shippers or something like that. It's more challenging, but it's easier to grow bigger and wider. So if you want to have it really strong niche group, really tight community, keep those keywords tight and exclude a lot of people. That will help more than it will hurt. So target market, that helps. We're good to go there. I'd say we get another green. Interviews.
Yeah.
I'm here, so you get a green.
All right, we got greens across the board. Dropping 333.
Yes.
333 in the chat, guys. We gotta shake people up, wake you up. Who wants a swag bag? Maybe we should do a swag bag giveaway really quick.
Let's do it.
What's one piece of value that you can add to all of this about our group? What can we do to make Marketer's Mindset amazing by stuff that you're hearing so far? Drop one thing in the chat, and if I like it, I'll send you a swag bag. Or the one that I like the most, I will send a swag bag too. One piece of value by looking at our Marketer's Mindset group. What would you change? What would you change by looking at our Marketer's Mindset group? I love the plan on how to make over your Facebook profile. Yes, but what would you change?
All right.
We'll let you guys trickle in.
So
we'll continue.
What I was looking for next was storytelling. I didn't go through and see all the posts, but storytelling is going to be one of the most key parts of your group, guys. Once again, I want you guys to separate yourself from every other person in your space, and the best way to do that, the best way to stay memorable, is by telling stories. So the better your stories can be, the more engaging they are, the more descriptive they are, the more people are going to remember you versus that other guy who never posts stories, or that other guy who just posts about his business, or that other guy who just posts about his dog. You've got to mix things up. You got to tell these stories, and I'm gonna tell you guys another little hack I use that everybody should be using all the time. I call it a content sandwich. So what's one topic that you guys teach on?
How to get clients, I think, is like the main one.
How to get clients. So you could go live and you could say, here's 7 tips on how to get clients. And you could say, number 1, go to number 3, number 7. All right, thanks guys, hope you enjoy. Or what you can do is the content sandwich, where you want to start it out with a mindset shift or a result. And you can put the mindset shift at the top, or you can put the result at the top. So you could say, most people are trying to get clients by cold emailing or doing this or doing that. But the thing is, that's outdated because blank. What people should be doing instead is growing their authority through Facebook groups. Let me show you 7 ways that you can get clients using Facebook groups. So you're kind of like doing the switch of like, oh, here's most people's train of thought. Here's why you shouldn't be thinking like that. Let me introduce you to the next thing. So you have a mindset shift up front, or you have a result up front. You could say, hey, here's, on this video, I'm going to show you guys 7 ways to get clients, so make sure you stay to the end. I'm Arne Giske, and I've got over 1,500 clients in the last 2 years. I'll be like, wow, okay, cool. These guys are doing good. I better pay attention. So that's your hook. And then at the end, you can kind of make it like moral of the story. So you can say, hey, I'm Arne Giske. I got over 1,500 clients. I did this. Now here's your 7 tips. And then at the end, you can say, I did all of this because I grew a Facebook group, not because I was cold emailing like everybody else. So you can switch it up. You can do it either way, but telling stories and using that content sandwich format will make your content a lot better, more memorable, and help you stand out. If that helps, guys, type content sandwich down below. Let me.
Content sandwich in the chat.
Yep.
Content sandwich in the chat. Go, 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 go. All right, we got content sandwiches. Gil, can I grab some water? Sure. Thank you, sir. You're so kind.
All right, what else we got? So just about wrapped up. So lead generation, brand positioning. So brand positioning, that is kind of the content sandwich type stuff, where you want to make sure you're like name dropping your results a little bit, letting people know, hey, you actually know what you're doing. You've put some numbers on the board. You've helped a lot of people. You have happy customers. And lead generation is a really simple one, as long as you don't overthink it. So like I've tried all these different types of posts to generate leads and make sales and do all this stuff, and I found that for the most part, the shorter the better. If you can have a really, really good lead generation post that's 1-2 sentences, a really strong targeted question, everybody's going to start sounding off in the comments, speaking up, and getting everything going. So what we want to think about is the customer journey through Facebook groups and Facebook posts. So it's not, hey, who wants to work with me? You might get some responses, maybe, depending on how cool you are. But what you want to do instead is, try and give something away for free that's massively valuable. This is Lead Magnets 101, guys. If you can put the word out and say, hey, I got this thing, I think you're going to like it, leave a comment if you want it. Drop a gift below if you want it. Drop an emoji below. Whatever it is, you're going to start getting all these people ping, 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 and it'll boost the posts up, it'll hit more of your audience, and you can bring them to the next step, which is getting them to actually click through, opt in, and check out whatever you want them to check out. So here's another little hack on that one too. You want to make sure to, number one, like their comment. Number two, respond with their name. So you reply, make sure it tags them. Number three, add the link. Number four, also remind them why they're clicking the link. Because a lot of people, they just drop an emoji on something and they forget, and then you comment a day later, I don't know what this link is. Why is that there? That's just how people think. So you can say, hey, Daxie, thanks for your interest in the Facebook group guide. Here it is. Click here. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay, now I remember. So always remind people and stuff like that as well. And you can follow up the next day, too. You can say, tag them below in the comments and say, hey, just in case you haven't got the guide yet, here you go. Click that link above. And you'll be good to go. So that is how you maximize your follow-up on those lead gen posts. You'll be good to go. So what's one good freebie you can give away to people?
Swag bags.
Swag bag.
I give them away all the time.
Nice.
Swaggy baggies. Swag bags, I know we're working on a PDF that we're going to start giving out of 10 hacks to skyrocket your digital marketing agency or something like that. And I know our goal of something, we're going to do that just to share ideas with you guys, because you guys can use it too in your groups, if you open groups, is essentially to do that and then tie it into a ManyChat campaign, where if they drop in a comment, send me now or something like that, it'll automatically send them the actual PDF, and then they'll be on our bot list, and then we're going to market to you guys forever.
Yes.
That's our goal.
That'd be a killer campaign. So if you guys heard that and somebody said, hey, I got 10 cool growth hacks to help you grow your agency, you'd be like, yeah, of course I want to see that. Comment.
I might even do that for FHL.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I might do it for FHL.
Do it. Keep an eye out for those ads.
Yes.
Should we film one more ad real quick?
Get me excited. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. Who wants to see an ad right now? 333.
Another ad.
333. All right. So 10 tips to skyrocket your agency without spending $1.50 on advertising.
Let's go FHL specific. Shout out the FHL crowd.
Are you ready? What's going on, funnel hackers? We know you're at Funnel Hacking Live. We're there too, but I wanted to share some awesome information with you. If you want to get our top 10 tips for scaling your agency and building funnels and getting leads and getting clients and getting high-ticket clients, all you got to do is just click the link above or below. We're going to go ahead and drop that link right in the chat. All you got to do is comment, give me now. Comment, give me now, and we will send you the PDF instantly. So go, comment now, give me now, go, 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 go.
Do it.
I forgot the film. No, I'm just kidding. 333. Guys, that's how easy it is. Phone. All you need is a phone. All you need is one of these. If you got one of these, you can make $1 million. That's it.
All right. Cool. So there's another ad for you guys. See how simple it is. Let's do it. So let's see. What else we got? We got lead generation. I want you guys. Here's another exercise for you guys. Write out one sentence question that would make your target market light up. So if you are, let's say, a marketer helping generate leads, you can say, hey, who wants to see how I help this doctor generate 50 leads in the last week? Obviously, you're gonna get a bunch of marketers and some doctors, So always just keep brainstorming stuff like that. Keep testing things like that. Because I'd say probably I post a lot every week, a few times a day usually, across the group and the personal, all that. But maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10% of my posts I end up deleting because I tried some new angle or some new something to get people to comment or click or like or whatever it was, and then it fails. It just happens. It's normal. So keep trying. If you mess it up, it doesn't work, you don't get any engagement, try it again. That's your homework for today. And also write that out in the comments. If you guys are watching this right now, write in the comments, what would your question be that would make your target market say, yes, I want that. Think about your lead magnet, a case study, some result you had, whatever it is. One of the best ones I had was if I put out training on blank topic, would you be interested? Drop a comment. That was it. And that was actually how I validated the demand for my Facebook groups product before it was ever built, before there was ever an opt-in, before there was ever an upsell, before there was ever an ounce of content. I got like 200 comments on that post. It's crazy, right? So I was like, okay, cool. Looks like my audience wants this. You know, they see I have a good sized group going, and all right, there's some interest. Let's keep this moving. So comment below. Let me know what you guys would do as your comment post, and then go post it. Give it a shot. Let us know how it goes. So that's one of the easy ways to generate leads. Management is all good. I see we got the management in the house. You know, no spam yet. So good to go there. That will happen a little bit later. I'm going to give you guys another hack on how you can recruit volunteer moderators without paying them a dime and have them happy to be there. So what you want to do is you want to find those people who are hardcore supporters of you, your mission, your brand, your group, and you want to just basically, as spam comes in, which it always does, especially in bigger groups, you start deleting posts and things like that, reminding people of the rules by telling them the rules in a post. Say like, hey, just a reminder, you know, don't do this, this, or that, you know, do this instead, or else we'll block you. And then you also want to make a little note and say, hey, by the way, I really appreciate you guys who are reporting posts. So if you guys see any of this spam, make sure to report some posts. And you're going to get those hardcore fans. You're going to get all those people who would support you and love that group. They're going to start reporting posts. And once you start to see somebody reporting some posts and report posts a couple of times, all you have to do is slide in the DMs and ask if they want to be a moderator. 9 times out of 10, they'll say yes. So that's the best way to get volunteer moderators who actually care about your brand and your business. Well, I think we have like 24 moderators in my group. And you know, with that many people, anytime something comes up, it gets dealt with pretty quickly. So that's one strategy you guys can use to get volunteer moderators in like a minute. Sound good?
Love it. Love it. Are we done with this, or is there anything else? We got recap and then lessons to revisit.
All right, so let's do recap for you and lessons to revisit. So I think the recap right now, the biggest thing is continue the growth. You know, you already have traffic in other places. You just have to point it back to the group. The more you can do that, the more channels you can point backwards. The more you can make sure that all of your funnels going forward include a link back to the group somewhere, whether it's a webinar, an account creation, chatbot, whatever, and just make sure that that's a step in them coming into your world, and you can reach them on that channel. So you'll be good to go there. I think everything else looks good. One thing I would experiment more with is creating some more of that recurring content, telling some more stories.